Aunt Patty's on the square. Parke County's oldest antique mall, with 22 years on the southeast corner of the square. We have 25 dealers who take great pride in stocking and maintaining their booths. In 7,500 square feet, you can find almost everything from the smallest penknife to great jewelry, vintage coins, sports cards, dishes like Grandma had, all the way to a large piece of furniture. We're open 7 days a week. Our hours are Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5, and Sunday, noon to 5.
Okay, we'll get started. Call order. Department head comments. Commissioner Meese.
I don't think I have any right now.
Are you kidding me?
I'm saving
Are you feeling all right?
I'm saving up. I'll have a big one coming here for a long
okay.
time. Just so you know.
If you think of something, feel free to jump in.
I will.
I knew you would. Potter?
Not a whole lot, but June 1st, the auditor balanced with our real property, so that is done, and I sent this file to the state. June 7th, we rolled personal property to the auditor. To my knowledge yet, they haven't imported that, but they have time. The last day to appeal the real property values for 22, pay 23, is next Wednesday, June the 15th. We currently have 32 active appeals. No, 32 total appeals. 3 taxpayers have already withdrawn their appeal, and I settled with one, so we've got a net of 28 right now. At this time last year, I was in the high 70s, so. And that's all I've got.
Thank you. Sheriff?
Mainly updates is what I have. So far, $74,290.50 year to date for DOC. So we're probably on track for $150,000 by the end of the year, and averaging $12,381 per month. The jail fencing and the parking lot, they both got done a few weeks ago. So if you haven't seen it, if you're out that way, drive by it. I think that they both improved the looks of the place, I think so. National Night Out, July 14th, it's parade night of the fair. Did on Midway 5 to 9. The flush valve replacement at the jail, they're going to start it in July, and then they're going to replace 7 furnaces, I think is what it is, and the water heater, and that'll be August. And then they're still trying to get some metal siding quotes, so we'll be moving along on that stuff here pretty quick.
Good. Okay, thank you. Have they decided whether or not they're going to try to take that stucco off, or is that still no decision on?
No decision,
how
but it's
to
looking
handle
like
that?
it will come off, but we
Probably
don't know.
need to take it off.
Yeah. But we don't know that yet. It's still
Sure.
an RFP. If you guys have a chance to look at your schedule while we're here, we do need to have another ARP meeting on some money. You got any dates available or any dates not available in the next week or two? Want me to send you an email?
Yeah, just send us an email.
Okay.
Just shoot us maybe 2 or 3 choices
Okay.
or something.
Right.
We need to get it, see where we are, what we have left. Got a couple requests we need to look at. So.
Okay. Okay, no public. So approval of the minutes.
Motion to approve the April 14th minutes.
Motion been made, second, approve the minutes, all in favor? Okay, so no additional appropriations. Okay, transfers. I have a couple from Julie. I think she said in her email that they're having to use more part-time people because we're short 3 full-times. Is that right?
Had been,
Had
it's
been.
2 now maybe, but it's been bouncing around that 2 to 3 off and on here, and so she's been having to plug a lot of holes with part-timers because there's just not any applicants for EMS jobs, not only here but anywhere.
Lots of unfamiliar faces.
So that is the reason why she's asking for that, for the transfers.
Move to approve transfers.
I'll second.
Motion been made, seconded, to approve the transfers, all in favor?
Aye.
Have a reappropriation.
There it is. The reappropriations for the Sheriff's Department, Fund number 1138, the cumulative capital development. It seems like they had sent in a claim to the wrong vendor, so therefore the wrong vendor was paid. The vendor did send the money back, and now we're requesting it to be reappropriated back into the line.
Motion approved.
Second.
All fair?
Aye.
Pay the jury?
Motion pay the jury.
I'll second.
Motion been made, second, to pay the jury, all in favor? No. Committee reports, redevelopment.
I
Like I
wasn't
said,
there.
I got it.
You got
I
that.
know, I even brought it till the
I know.
because I knew I wouldn't remember. Oh, that's not the right one. So redevelopment, we had our public hearing, which is required for, taxing units that are within the TIF to see, if they have any objections or concerns regarding us using AB, in those two TIF districts, the West Central and the Central TIF. No one appeared. 41 sewer project, they've now settled with all of the property owners and hope to bid soon. Final payment was made to the town of Montezuma for the sewer that was extended, or water, or I guess it's water,
Both.
water and sewer that were extended out to Superior Hardwoods. So that is completely paid off. There was some discussion about other possible creation of other TIF districts, possibly around the RMC out towards east, where the RMC is going to build their new complex, and then another one around Bloomingdale, but certainly no decision was made. It was just discussion. Okay. Planning and zoning.
We only had one petition in front of us, that was for Alvin Cape Sawmill on South Catlin Road. Went, pushed it on to BZA with no recommendation, and BZA did not have a quorum, so I'll take that up next month. They want right there, basically Airport Road and Catlin Road right in that corner. They want to put a sawmill up there and try to talk them into putting it in place.
Several show up in opposition, did you?
Several. They own 120 acres on Airport Road and back south. Trying to convince them that it needs to go back there, not out on the middle. But we'll see. Them and the neighbors are gonna do some talking, see what. But no action taken on BZA.
Okay. Courthouse security did meet. Shocking. We're going to start having meetings again, I think quarterly now that the pandemic has subsided. We had no incident reports. We discussed the dress system, and probably it's time to do another test. We're going to coordinate with the sheriff on when and when they'd like to do that. The last time it was tested was in October of 19. The camera system's working well. We did have a minor issue with a monitor, and also there was a battery backup that went bad, and that was replaced. No problem. There was some discussion about possibly doing a mock training exercise in the fall. No decision on that. Again, that would, last time we had the state police come in and actually talk to the employees. No decision particularly on that. Had a discussion about how to handle the First Amendment auditor people. There was discussion about we try to post where public and private areas in the courthouse are, so that it has to be posted in order to claim that it's private. So that would be something that the commissioners are going to have to actually probably approve. The court can handle their own stuff upstairs, but in any other offices, they generally have to have commissioner approval. So they were going to approach the commissioners about a possible ordinance or something to designate public and private areas of the courthouse. So we'll see. That's kind of just left up to see. Because I guess the First Amendment people, I wasn't there when they were there, but they're looking for a confrontation. They want to be told no, and then they like to post their videos on YouTube. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, new business. You want to talk about that?
Okay. In front of us, we have the annual review for the abatement for Big Inch. This was a real property abatement. Started back in 15. so we're a good ways through this now. This is for 2 buildings, a 9,800 square foot building and a 10,000 square foot building. For the schedule, the abatement would be at 60% this year, I believe.
They didn't start it on time, so I didn't know, and this is my fault. I'll take full responsibility. I guess I should have reached out to the council. I give Laura the values, and I think we're at 80% because they didn't start it on time. Does the 10 years start from when they took it, or do I need to redo those values? They started it 3 years ago.
Is that when the actual abatement started?
That's when it started, yes.
When it started, so 3 years, that'd be 190.80 is.
So this year's 80. When they started taking it. And if so, I fall on my sword, it was my fault for not asking the council.
Well, that was the deal. It was a 10-year at 10% a year.
Okay. They
So-
started taking it, this is the 3rd year.
So I assume the clock starts when they start taking it. is
That's
that
what
correct?
I
That's what I
read
would
in
think.
statute,
Yeah,
I should have probably come before you folks, so that's why I say I fall on my sword.
I
looked
think
read
that
it-
was our intent, that
Okay.
it was,
Yeah, start
Well,
with
good,
that.
then I didn't do anything against your intent.
well, that's the way
Yeah,
I, that's the way I
exactly.
understood it. You don't, it doesn't start
It
until.
doesn't start until the abatement was issued and taken,
Taken.
right? So, I mean, we, if that's what it is, then.
Yes, I did the values at 80% this year, but it takes some
It
more.
feels like it's going longer than that, but.
Yeah, I've got all the documents where
I know
I've
you
given
do.
them the values throughout the years, so.
Okay, so anyway, our roll, I mean, it's filed in 14.
Right, but they didn't start taking it when they were supposed to.
Okay.
They have a
I'll
lot of
say that
management,
was way back there, I remember.
a lot of management changes in there.
Yes, they have.
And they, yeah. but-
Had some legal issues, they were at the Supreme Court for a while between Hartman and some of those, and it's been an issue.
Well, anyway, it was the intent of the council that it, once it started, that it was a 10-year and so on. So what we have to do is to find that they are in compliance with the abatement. They had estimated in the beginning that they would have, that they had 18 employees, that they would retain 18 and add 10. Their current number is reported as 42 total employees, so that's more than 28. The salaries, the total salary number is above what they had estimated. The buildings are there, they are in business, they have filed the paperwork appropriately, so I would say they are in compliance with the abatement as agreed to. If there's anybody,
They've been able to work with, as far as got along with the group. Say sign off and move on.
Yeah, we need to have a motion in a second.
yeah,
to
I will
find
move to
find them in compliance.
I will move to find Big Inch in compliance with the abatement as presented.
Motion been made and seconded to find Big Inch in compliance. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I need documents signed.
That
Is
one's
that signed?
done.
Need these two signed?
okay. Oh, yeah. What's these for? Need more abatements signed?
Yep, and I need two, there's just 2 copies, or off copies.
Okay.
Okay, I'll deal with that after. So any other old business?
I have a couple
Oh,
questions.
yes. Sure.
First of all, I'll update a little bit on the budget. Approximately 2/3 of the departments are in. I would say that's about where it's at. You all have, they're here, have any copies of any letters that's been submitted up there this morning. Any further ones I'll bring the next time. We haven't really studied any of the requests terribly hard at this point. I've been getting them plugged in and trying to keep up with that as time's gone along, so. But we're moving forward on that. Any questions about that? I have a question on the GIS contract. Is that being brought before the commissioners to be approved for WTH?
Yes, that was already done. No, it is, I just received it this week, so it will be done next commissioners meeting.
Okay, good. Have we gotten the money back from the maintenance person at, the sheriff's department.
Nope, I'm gonna have to take that up with the lawyer.
Okay, have we gotten the money back from the, elected officials per the resolution, the
Not
overpay
yet.
resolution?
Letter just went out, just recently went out.
Okay, so
So I'm sure
the letter's been sent out to
Yes,
them at this
I'm
point.
sure those two will react out soon.
That's my questions.
Okay, there's that.
There's that.
Anything else?